Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Lassman, Vice President at Villas of Distinction, and thank you again for coming back. I again want to apologize. We really don't know what happened the last time, but technology, you learn something new every week. So we're going to start from the beginning, and we are, again, very appreciative of you coming back and wanting to learn about the world of villas and Villas of Distinction and the opportunity that Villas is going to provide you. So I will leave time at the end if you have questions. So please, please leave your questions for the end, and I'll answer as many as we can. We're not on a hard stop at 1:30, so we'll try and answer everybody's questions, but we will try and keep this to a half hour. So without any further ado, let's get going. And again, I want to remind you, as we go through this presentation, lots of pictures on the slides, giving you examples of some of the great products that we offer around the globe. So always like to start with, again, our commitment to you and the travel professional. For over 30 years, Villas of Distinction has been supporting you, our travel partners. We could not do this without you, because without you, we would be nothing. And our team, both on the front end and on the back end, understands your value to us and your importance to us. And our motto that we live by is guest first. And by guest first, we make every decision, again, front end staff, back end staff, management team, by putting your guest first, not our bottom line profit. Companies that put bottom line profit first or ahead of a guest can make a decision that's in the best interest of the guest maybe 50% of the time. Because sometimes you have to make decisions, as we all know, that you have to put your profits aside and do what's right by the guest. And as a testament to that, we like to talk about the commitment we made to the travel professional community back in September of 2017 when the hurricanes hit the Caribbean. We were one of the only companies that gave every single guest, every single client of yours, a full refund that was impacted to an island by the hurricanes. We did not ask if they had insurance. We did not ask if they, if they didn't. We just made a decision corporately to give everyone a refund that was impacted. Now, if your guests still wanted to travel to another destination, we funded the deposit money that they had already sent us. So your guest was not out a penny. The company put up $7 million to accommodate your guests. That's really putting the guest first. Most other companies said, did you have insurance? If you didn't, you were out of luck. If you did, file a claim and hope that your claim is paid. We just didn't think that that was a guest first motto. Also, for the 4th consecutive year, we were voted by you, the travel professional, as the best villa company in the business by winning our 4th consecutive Travi Award. So we are very thankful of that, and we do not rest on our laurels. We will continue to work hard to maintain your trust and maintain your business with us. So let's talk about the industry a little bit. Here's a beautiful tip of the tail on the side in Turks and Caicos, a spectacular villa. So in the past 2 years, we've gone from a $100 billion industry to $170 billion by the end of this year. The villa business is booming. It's an industry that you need to become familiar and comfortable with, and you need to choose a partner to work with, because if you don't, these guests will go elsewhere. They'll either go to another agency or they'll go to the many direct consumer sites that are out there, which have pratfalls, which we'll talk about. But you need to feel comfortable, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you be comfortable. The average villa booking through a travel agency, depending upon if you're a member of a consortium or not, ranges between $18,000 and $20,000. So your average commission will range from $1,800 to $2,000 plus. It's a great transaction for you. It does impact your bottom line, and it offers very high retention rates. 25% of our customers do repeat. So not only are you making nice commissions, you're also getting customers that have high satisfaction rate and want to rebook into these very high average selling prices. So it's a win-win for you and for your guest. One of the things I love to talk about, and I think this is what I was talking about last time when we were cut off, is the golden age of baby boomers. So every single day, 10,000 US citizens turn 65. every single day, and that's going to continue for the next 10 years. What makes this significant? Number one, baby boomers today are in better health than they've ever been. Baby boomers have an intensified pursuit to want to travel, and baby boomers today have more money than any prior generation. You put those three things together and it just spells opportunity for me, for you. But despite this, ASTA did a study and found that only 22% of this demographic have ever used a travel professional in the past 12 months. So if you're like me, you should be doing the math and going, that means every single day, 7,800 customers that are turning 65 are not currently using a travel advisor. So there are lots of people out there that you can help every single day. An interesting fact that I love to point out is millennials. In the same survey, 30% of millennials said they've used a travel professional in the last year. I don't know if you guys are as stunned as I am about that, but I would have thought the numbers would have been reversed. I would have thought millennials would have used them less. But again, there's another opportunity. So love to talk about the opportunity to you. You become the expert. You work with us. We will help you become the expert, and you will have great repeat business and high ASP bookings for many years to come. So why would you want to book a private villa? And this is a picture of Isolé, which is our largest villa outside of Orlando. This is a 15-bedroom villa, 15 minutes from the Walt Disney World parks. So the cost per person is often less than in a comparable hotel. I can tell you it's almost every time, because if you go dollar for dollar, bedroom to bedroom, you're going to find that it's a much better value within a villa. Why? Because not only are you getting your bedroom and your bath, but you're getting your living room, your dining room, your full service kitchen. Many of our villas come with private pools. Many of our villas come with staffing. So these are great accommodations that are really perfect for just your traveling party or your guest traveling party. And you're not going to a place where there's 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 other people vying for the services at a resort. The villa is just to accommodate you and your guests. And we do accommodate large groups. We have villas from 1 to 42 bedroom estates. So we can really cover the gamut as far as size. Your food and beverage expenses are going to be significantly lower. In talking with travel professionals, I like to use the Four Seasons resort in Hawaii. They tell me that the average breakfast there is somewhere between like $60 and $75 a head. Well, if you take the average villa booking, which is 5 bedrooms, which is 10 people, and you take $75 for breakfast times 10, that's $750 for breakfast at the Four Seasons in Hawaii. I guarantee you that $750 will buy breakfast for the entire week for your guests, and you will still have plenty of money left over for wine, for lunch items, for some of your dinners. So the food and beverage savings is incredible. And again, we can provide a much more personalized vacation because the villa is there for your guests and your guests only. So in addition, we try to help you create these once-in-a-lifetime dream experiences. We have total customization, as I mentioned. And what I love most about a villa is the fact that you can just immerse yourself in the local culture, because you truly do become part of the fabric of the destination that you're in. So we really say suggest a villa, because there's so much to do. A lot of times the guests won't even leave. And we find that in every destination. And one of the destinations that's really big with that is in Orlando. So here we have an example of one of our themed bedrooms in Orlando. But we're going to talk a little bit about Orlando towards the end of this. But there's so many experiences and character bedrooms. The kids won't even want to leave the home. And we'll talk more about that. We have many homes with incredible kitchens that will rival even the best kitchen that any foodie has ever seen. So if people do like to cook, that's not something that's possible in a resort, but we give you all of the amenities, all of the cooking facilities, all of everything that your guests can really go all out, whether it be cooking a meal on the Amalfi Coast one night or cooking your meal in your kitchen in Orlando. It's really up to the guest. But it is about the unforgettable experiences, the privacy, the convenience, everything that will bring that customer back to you. Because again, we're creating this experience that is second to none and is geared specifically to your guest. Just picture your guests at this beautiful villa in Provence having a beautiful dinner or a small wedding at this property. So why villas of distinction? Because there's so many opportunities out there. And by the way, Leopolde in Tuscany is one of my favorite villas. So Villas of Distinction offers a little over 2,500 vetted, inspected, and guaranteed properties worldwide. We don't have the most properties, but we truly believe we have the best properties. We never put a guest in a property that we have not inspected and stand behind and guarantee. When you start looking at some of these other companies that are out there, and when your guests start comparing to some of these companies that are out there that have 25,000, that have 50,000, that have HomeAway, 5 million homes, Airbnb, 5 million homes, think about whether they could possibly vet that product. Because if you look at 2,500, divide that by 365 days, math never lies. That's looking at about 6.8 villas a day, which is very, very awesome in that it's tough to look at that many, but it is doable. Now picture 25,000 villas in an inventory, even 15,000 in an inventory. You know, you're starting to look at 50, 60, 70 villas in a day. It is impossible. They cannot vet that many properties. So companies that have 15,000, 20,000 villas or more that tell you they vet everything they sell can't possibly do it. We have 24/7 customer care, not only on the ground with boots on the ground, but a 24/7 customer care hotline that you can call here in the US. If anything were to go wrong or something was to go awry, you always have someone that you can contact. And again, our guarantee is that we're gonna make it right. We're gonna fix it for you and for your guest. We are partnered with the travel agency community, as I mentioned, and the 4-time Travi Award winner. But it's not just about booking villas, it's about creating the experience. And creating the experience is where we hope we separate ourselves again from these do-it-yourself sites that your clients will look at. So our concierge will do really just about anything to help enhance the vacation for your guest. You know, whether it's organizing yoga retreats or spa services in the villa, having a private chef or doing a cooking class in the villa, bringing a private sommelier into your villa to do a wine tasting. We've had guests that want fireworks celebration. They want scavenger hunts. They want to fish on the Disney pond. They want to have a mermaid encounter. We can do just about anything as long as it's indigenous to the area and it's legal. We will try and figure a way to make it happen for your guest. So we take a lot of pride in working with you to make sure that we can create this remarkable experience. So whatever it is your guest is looking for, we will do our best to try and make that happen for you. So again, it's about renting the villa, but it's also about creating the experience. So let's talk about some of our destinations. So as you may or may not know, we cover the Caribbean, Mexico, Hawaii, Italy, France, Greece, Spain, Thailand, Croatia, Belize, Costa Rica, and then have a domestic US product. In addition, this past year we added Panama, Portugal, Scotland. We added Puglia in Italy, which is one of the hottest new destinations in Italy for villa rentals. Bali in Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Grand Cayman, which is really, really moving quickly, and we're adding more villas in Grand Cayman as we speak because the demand has really exceeded our expectations. And we have great homes in North and South Carolina. We have a fantastic home in North Carolina in the mountains in Asheville. It's called Deer Haven. It's a beautiful 6-bedroom home that is absolutely stunning views in the mountains, about 10 minutes outside of downtown Asheville. And it is a great girl getaway spot or guy getaway spot. Not really a great for young family, but really good for couples and, you know, guy and girlfriend getaways. We have a lot more coming in 2019. We're working on Las Vegas, Bonaire, and an exclusive villa that we will be the only people to have in Napa and many other places that we're looking at. We also have exclusive product on the Amalfi Coast. We pre-purchase inventory for the season on the Amalfi Coast. So these 4 villas, Giulia, Romeo, Lika, and Pamina, are all available only through us. We have limited dates still available because the Amalfi and Tuscany is still very, very, very much in demand. We're booking into 2020 for Italy and France, so it is never too early to consider booking a villa. And then our trending destinations right now as of February, Turks and Caicos, Paris, where we have some incredible apartments in Paris. We have one that just is reopening that we're bringing back on that built an outdoor terrace, and your view from the outdoor terrace and from the apartment itself is the gorgeous Eiffel Tower. So we just have an amazing product in Paris. Italy, as I mentioned, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Belize, Barbados, and Orlando, especially for families. Orlando is just really doing well. So let's talk about the experience and finding your client's villa. So what we ask when you contact us is to really just have a couple of things and we'll be able to help you. How many adults and children are traveling? What are the ages of the children? We need to know how many bedrooms and what type of bedding configuration in the bedroom. And then most importantly, are there any health concerns and what is their budget? The budget is important not because we're trying to upsell by any stretch of the imagination, because we can find the perfect villa at the price point that your client is looking to budget, but we want to make sure that we can focus in and not waste your time by offering product that is, you know, outside your client's budget. So it's very important to us that we know your guest budget. We will help you make that match. We're not afraid, if you're new to this business, to get on the phone with you and help talk to your client. We can do make a reservation, so to speak, and get online with you at a predetermined time to talk with your guest, and we will help you sell that villa for you. So please don't ever hesitate to ask us to be your partner in this. We're happy to get on the phone with you. We make the booking, we'll finalize the experience, get our concierge involved with you to make sure all the services are booked. And then we strongly suggest some sort of travel protection, whether you book it through us or you book it through your favorite operator. Once a villa is booked and paid for in full, they are non-refundable. So we really want to make sure that with an average booking of 18 to 20,000 through you, that your investment that your guest investment is protected. And you never know. You just don't know what can happen. So please always recommend travel protection to your guests. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a sneak peek at some of our products to give you an idea of what we offer. And then when we get through this, I'm going to have some commonly asked questions that I'll answer for you, and then we'll open up the floor. So the first villa I want to talk about is the Villa Giulia. And all you need to know is look at this outside patio, look at this view, picture you or picture your guests sitting here having a bottle of Chianti and just watching the Amalfi Coast from here. Absolutely stunning property. It's actually, if you're familiar with the Amalfi Coast and you've driven in on the Amalfi Coast, it actually is one of the first villas you hit as you're coming along the road. It is a private gated entrance and it has private parking for 2 cars. Parking is a premium on the Amalfi Coast. I have both driven the Amalfi Coast and used drivers on demand. Personally, I think a driver on demand is much more enjoyable because driving on the Amalfi Coast in season, very crowded, a lot of traffic, narrow roads, and people walk on the roads in front of you. So you really have tight grip steering wheel, but we can do anything. And again, this is a perfect villa because there is parking at this villa. Again, the amazing view. There is an indoor pool with a wellness area. And as you can see, 6 bedrooms range from just over $2,100 to just under $3,400. One of my favorite features, which is not pictured here, but in the kitchen, they have a wood-burning pizza oven. And we recommend one night, allow us to bring in a pizza and calzone chef, bring in some nice wines, and have a little pizza and calzone party with wine. It is absolutely incredible. He's an incredible chef, pizza chef and calzone maker. We can also do kids pizza classes here if you bring children. So lots of options, but it's an absolutely stunning property. And this is one that we buy out the whole season and we have exclusively. Let's now turn our attention to Jamaica. which is one of our trending destinations. This is Makana on the beach. Makana on the beach is located in Discovery Bay. If you're familiar with Discovery Bay, we have about 11 villas on Discovery Bay, each one of them with their own little private cove beach. They're all fully staffed, as are all of our villas in Jamaica. That means you have a chef, a gardener, a laundress, a housekeeper, a butler. So service is incredible in Jamaica, and the Jamaicans will make you feel like you're at home in your special home. This is a very family-friendly villa because they have all of the baby gear on site, so your guests don't have to drag cribs or playpens or walkers because everything is here for them. And this rate, as you see, starts at $2,000 all the way up to a little over $4,000, and you can rent anywhere from 4 to 7 bedrooms here. With our staff villas, for instance, in Jamaica, we do recommend a gratuity. The gratuity recommendation in high season is 10% of the total rental rate, and in low season it would be 15% of the rental rate. Food and beverage is not included. We can work with you to pre-purchase all of the food prior, or if they want, they can go with the chef to the market, or when they get there, work with the chef on menus, because they can go to the market while they're there and pay for their consumption while they're there. A little bit more about Makana. The outdoor space is beautiful, as you can see. Little pagoda, great place to have dinner or breakfast in the morning. And the bedrooms are just, it's these deep-wooded, old-world elegance, as you can tell, and it's just a great villa. So now let me show you one of our properties in Orlando. This is Tranquility at Reunion. It's a 12-bedroom, 13-bath that sleeps 28 people. Again, located 10 to 15 minutes from Disney, depending upon traffic. This is a 13,000 square foot, absolutely stunning family fun house. You see the rates, 12 bedrooms from just under $2,000 to $3,158 per night. That is incredible when you compare that to, a bedroom at, let's say, the Grand Floridian, and when you see the pictures, you'll see that it rivals anything that's luxury within the Walt Disney World Resort. So beautiful space, beautiful kitchen, really comfortable, beautiful bedrooms. And the favorite part of this house for families is the themed bedrooms. So on top you have the boys or girls, I guess, Star Wars themed bedroom. Inside the control panel of the Millennium Falcon there is an Xbox game, so they can play games in there. And then, of course, in the bottom you have the princess room with Belle and Snow White, I believe that is, welcoming your kids. And there's also lots of things to do for the kids. So upper left, you have the smaller children's playroom. You have the teen room on the upper right. And then, of course, you have everybody's room, which are the playrooms to the left and to the right on the bottom. We have many villas that are like this with the themed bedrooms. We have villas with golf simulators. We have villas with ice skating rinks, bowling alleys, full court basketball courts, handball courts. So, I mean, just really incredible activities that, you may not want to go to the park every day. Here's an example. I have a theater room in the upper left corner, pool table. They have a sports bar out on the upper deck. So what a great place to have maybe for Super Bowl and, have a party there. Rent this house and have a party. And, of course, it has its own private pool and a small gym. So really, really elegant property in Orlando. And I always say Orlando's a great place to tip your toe in the water if you've never booked villas, because these villas for the money are incredible values. Now, I wanted to show you one of our less expensive homes in Orlando, even though the one I just showed you, when you think about 12 bedrooms, at $2,000 a night is pretty reasonable. But here's Adelaide at Encore Club. Now, the Encore Club is also in Reunion. It sits next door to Reunion, also a gated community. And this is an 11-bedroom, 10.5 bath, again, 10 to 15 minutes from Disney. It's a very affordable home, good family home. And the Encore Clubhouse has a full water park. It's extra money for the water park, but they have their own private water park that's just for members of the Encore Club. Look at the rates on an 11-bedroom, $778 to $1,217 for this stunning home, which let me share some of the photos. your living and dining area, your bedrooms. Obviously not as crazy on the themed bedrooms, but still very, very nice. And then, of course, you must have things to do. So the full theater room, some play areas, a TV room, and of course, your own private pool. And then this particular home has a game room with a Margaritaville bar, shuffleboard, and a pool room. So for the money, you cannot beat this villa. This is absolutely stunning. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of the type of, just a little small inkling of the product that we offer. We are coming to the end of our special bonus commission. At the end of tomorrow, it ends, but it is Travel Advisor Appreciation Months where we're paying you bonus commissions of up to $750. So if you do make a booking today or tomorrow, you will be granted some bonus commission. And now let me talk about some frequently asked questions, and then I'm going to open it up for any of your questions. So, are there required length of stays? It depends on the season, but to give you a general rule of thumb, normally it's a 5 to 7 night stay. Orlando, you could do less. New York City apartments, you can do less. Last minute bookings, you can definitely do shorter stays. Europe tends to be more 7 nights, Saturday to Saturday arrival. Of course, during festive, it generally goes anywhere from 7 to 10 to 14 night stays. We're seeing a lot of relaxation over the last years. It used to just be 10 to 14 nights, but now we're seeing more 7 night stays over the holidays. Are transfers included? Transfers are not included, but again, through our concierge or through yourself, we can, set up rental cars. We could do car and driver, limo, driver on demand, whatever option your guest is looking for. Are the properties fully staffed? We do have some fully staffed properties. So Jamaica, they are fully staffed. Our beachfront properties in Turks and Caicos are fully staffed. Many of our Barbados properties are staffed. Many of our high-end properties in the Dominican Republic are staffed. All of our properties do come with housekeeping, and we let you know how much housekeeping. But again, with any villa that you book, you can add staff to whatever your clients really require, all the way up to, if they want turn down service at night, we can provide that. So it's really what type of staffing does your guest want, and we can make that happen. But there are villas that do include staff. The commission, we do pay 10%, which is the standard in the industry. As I mentioned, you have bonus commissions for the next 2 days. This is a question we get asked often. Can clients get a better rate by contacting the owner or a management company directly? Our contracts are very, very clear and stated with the people that we use. They cannot undercut pricing on any source site that will be lower than what they offer it to us at. If your client finds it lower, our contracts stipulate that the owner must match that price. But I will tell you, if we find owners that are undercutting price on other sites, we will remove them from our program. We will give them an opportunity to stop, but if they don't, we will remove them from our program. We do not need people that are going to be competing with us and with you to steal your clients, and we're not going to put you or your guest or ourselves in that situation. High season. Generally speaking, I'm sure all of you know the high season in the Caribbean starts right a little bit before Christmas and ends mid-April, depending upon when Easter is and the breaks for the schools. In Europe, high season really starts in June and ends in September, although the best time to travel, in my opinion, in our European villas is September and October after the busy family season of the U.S. traveling, so that it's less crowded and the weather is absolutely perfect. And again, we talked about accommodating large groups, so we can do from 1 to 43 bedrooms. We can even do more than 43 by combining villas, but we're talking about villas that are actually right next door to each other. So we stop at 43, but there's many options. We do weddings. We can do weddings, small weddings, all the way up to, over 100-person weddings. We just need to be able to clarify with the owner that they will accept the wedding at their property. And we will put you in contact with a wedding planner locally so that the bride can work with them. So I want to thank you very much for your time. I did this right at the 1:30 mark. I'm more than happy to take a few questions if we want to go over a little bit, but please notice my contact information on the screen. If there's anything at all that you need or want or have questions, feel free to contact me at my email that's on the screen, or you can contact our reservations department who would be happy to help you as well at 800-289-0900. I hope you found the time that we spent together well worth it. And if there's anything at all that I could do to help you in this amazing villa market, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. That is what we're here for. We are here to help you. And I just want to, again, say thank you and apologize for the little technology issue we had last time. But thank you for your support. And we'll be doing another webinar in the very near future, and it will be more destination specific. I haven't really decided yet which destination, but we'll be sending all of you that information as well. So do we have any questions?
We have a few. So the first question, what is the typical deposit required?
You know, generally it's between 35 and 50% of the villa rental. Depends on the villa, but 35 to 50% is a good number.
All right, the next question was,
well, we have a lot less product than both of those companies. So that number one goes to talking about vetting. Number two, you know, One Fine Stay is owned by Accor Hotels. Luxury Retreats is owned by Airbnb. So, you know, we're privately held company. So I'm just stating those as facts.
Next question was, is there a separate booking or search website for travel agents?
We are going to be rolling out a full travel agency portal. We're actually working on that right now and anticipate rolling that out sometime in the second quarter, along with a lot of marketing materials that we can offer to you to help you market your product.
All right, and that looks like all the questions.
Well, again, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to having many of you on the next call. Thanks.